Today is Saturday, February 8th, and you're tuned in to the Tipoff, where we tip you off on today's NBA matchups, how to gamble, how to bet. Who's playing today, Gabe?
9 games tonight. Busy Saturday night in the NBA.
Number 9.
First, we've got Milwaukee traveling to Orlando to take on the Magic, where the Bucks are favorites on the road by 9.5 points. I'm taking Milwaukee. They're going to be without George Hill again. The Magic, though, are 2-8 in their last 10 games. They're not exactly world beaters from beyond the arc, and the Bucks are better at walling off the paint than anybody right now. Milwaukee in a blowout.
I believe in magic.
All right, next we've got Dallas traveling to Charlotte to take on the Hornets, where the Mavericks are favorites on the road by 4.5 points. I'm taking Charlotte. The Hornets have lost 12 of 13. The Mavs, though, they're on the second night of a back-to-back. They're without Luka Doncic again. And Charlotte's second to last most recent win was against these Dallas Mavericks with Luka Doncic back on January 4, an overtime win. Taking Charlotte here at home.
Vengeance for the Mavericks.
All right, next we've got New York traveling to Detroit to take on the Pistons, where the Knicks are also favorites on the road by 1.5. I'm taking New York. The Knicks have won 3 in a row. Weird to say, weirder to hear. The Pistons are on the second night of a back-to-back. Derrick Rose probably going to be questionable again for this one. Going to take the Knicks here.
Well, I don't think so. I again think that the bad boys are going to be very, very good.
All right, next we've got Brooklyn traveling to Toronto to take on the Raptors, where the Raptors are favorites by 6.5 points. I'm taking Toronto. Kyrie Irving's still out for Brooklyn. For the Raptors, they are on the second night of a back-to-back, and Kyle Lowry is listed as doubtful at this point. The Nets have won 4 of 5, mostly against bad teams, though, while the Raptors are riding a 13-game winning streak. I'm taking the Raptors here.
13. No, they're done. That's the end of the run.
All right,
Nothing but Nets.
Next, we've got New Orleans traveling to Indiana to take on the Pacers, where the Pacers are favored by 2.5 points. I'm taking New Orleans. Brandon Ingram is listed as questionable. TJ Warren for the Pacers listed as questionable as well. Pacers have lost 4 straight, and they are on the second night of a back-to-back, having played Toronto last night. Siding with the Pelicans here.
Well, I beg to differ, and I'm going to put my money down on Indiana Pacers.
All right, next we've got the Clippers traveling to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves, where the Clippers are favorites by 8.5 points. I'm taking LA. They're going to be without Pat Beverly, but D'Angelo Russell is questionable for the Timberwolves, and they have a whole bunch of players. It's unclear whether they'll suit up after a recent busy trade deadline. Timberwolves have dropped 13 straight, and I think that the defense is going to be a major question mark again in this one. Clippers.
Timber! The only thing the Timberwolves are going to drop tonight is their opponents and the ball through the basket.
All right. Next, we've got the Lakers traveling to Golden State to take on the Warriors, where the Lakers are favored by 14.5 points. I'm taking the Lakers. Draymond Green is listed as questionable for Golden State. Andrew Wiggins, it's unclear if he's going to be making his Warriors debut in this one. The Warriors were absolutely dominated in their last game, and they might be a little bit light on talent tonight, also after a busy trade deadline. Taking the Lakers in a big blowout here.
The only thing they're going to be light on is their feet, and they're going to be just whizzing up and down the court for a win.
All right, next we've got Denver traveling to Phoenix to take on the Suns, where the Nuggets are favored by 3.5 points. I'm taking Denver here. They're going to be without Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., Mason Plumlee. But the Suns Dario Saric, Aaron Baines are probably questionable at best at this point. Suns did win last night against the Rockets. We're on the second night of a back-to-back. This line opened up at Denver -1.5, and I'm still taking it here at -3.5 Nuggets.
Gave you burped.
Yeah.
At least you didn't fart. We don't have to do a whole redo. Yeah, well, the suns will shine.
All right, the finale. We've got San Antonio traveling to Sacramento to take on the Kings, where the Spurs are favorites on the road by 2.5 points. Taking San Antonio, Rashawn Holmes listed as questionable again for the Kings. The Spurs have lost 3 straight, but I expect them to get back on track here. San Antonio in the finale.
Kings.
All right, that does it for another episode of the Tipoff, where one of us is always
and
right.
And last night, Gabe got 7 out of 8 correct. Of course, the only one he goofed up on was the home team, Philadelphia. He went to the game. He bet against the home team. I told him not to. He'd have been 8 for 8 had he listened to me. Good thing most of you listened to him. Those of you who won 7 out of 8 games last night, congratulations for listening to Gabe. And just keep on betting your sweet Pippi.
All right, that does it for today. Have a nice one, fellas and ladies.